Okay. Okay, I wanted to try this. Try to make a series, a guide slash playthrough, because I've seen a lot of people doing some of the core concepts wrong, and that's to say there's nothing. There's a beauty about this game. There's no wrong way to play it, but there's a lot of optimization that could take place. For instance, about trading, people put in trading resources in the trade center and not tick the temporary box. And so when the trader comes, the goods get sold, and then the workers and laborers restock the trade center. So that's just one example. There's a lot of different things going on, but this game is very good because there's no. I like it very much because there's no research tree. For instance, everything is available right away. You can pretty much do what you want, and it's just nice to have a free play like this. There's also a lot of things I think it's wrong with the game. I'm fully aware this is a alpha, so there's a lot of work to be done, and according to the roadmap, there's gonna be a lot more optimization done. For instance, reputation with trading and so on. So that's gonna be a big thing. But my main problem right now is as soon you hit about 400 in population, there's no real incentive to keep on playing other than just to make a bigger city, because once you hit that point, you got to basically have all the production going, and to get more people in, you need jobs for them. So the only thing you can do is make more of what you're making already. So at that point, it's more like, okay, yeah. But then again, that's really okay for me. The way I like to play games is I like the grind. So all the build up, I don't necessarily enjoy the end game so much. So yeah, and again, there's a lot of ways you can play this game. There's a YouTuber called Notable Rambler. He has very low speed and very relaxed way of playing, and even though my OCD is going bonkers when watching him play, he's actually is very enjoyable to watch it, because he just learns one step at a time and takes his time, and that's very nice. It's good to see. It's good to see a game as casual as this, and approachable by so many different ways. I have a very try to be very optimized about how I play, but yeah, that's just me. So, well, let's get into it. I hope this is gonna be some kind of guide, but mostly a playthrough, I think. And yeah, I'll try to explain most of the concepts and so I found during playing as we go along. So yeah, let's just start. I see a lot of people are doing map 2, and I think it's because the only map that has iron right now, that is. But I found in late game, when you got most of your things set up, iron is not a problem. It's quite cheap to buy. But one of the problem is you don't have enough lime. So I actually started playing on the map 1. One of the things that's hard about map 2 is also it has a lot of elevation, so it's hard to place buildings close to one another and so on, and it's a lot easier on map 1. Of course, all the slopes is very good for fields and plantations and so on. So, but I switched from map 2 to map 1, mainly because of the limestone. Yeah, so let's start and pause. And this center location is actually very good. Of course, you can go all the, yeah, you can choose whatever, but this is very good. It's traders gonna come in from over here, and the trading boats is gonna come in over here and swing around. Where was I? Yeah, here. All right. So I'll just start my camp. Let's see. Yeah, farms, housing, production in center, and so yeah, okay. And lime over here, stones over here. I think there's some stone over here as well, somewhere there. Yeah. All right, let's just get going. So of course the initial setup is gonna be basically the same for every player. So you gotta get those 9 houses in before winter, and you gotta get a production going with what you need to build those houses. So you need wood, nails, clay, and thatch for all your houses. These two, I always start with this one, and the only reason I really do this one, I see a lot of people do this type of house because it has the garden. It's also the food they produce in here is gonna help them to survive. So it's less food you have to supply to your villagers, and it adds to the food variety because they get a lot of different foods in here. I see a lot of people playing with it, set up the market to buy stuff from their villages. So in October when they harvest, you're gonna set up the what ingredients what they have produced and to sell at the markets, but that takes away food for them. Of course it adds to the economy and so on, but it's negligible. Using this for the first year is the only time I use this house. Otherwise I just go with village house, and as soon as I have bricks going, I'll do the row houses. Just more, yeah. Second year we should have farms going and able to produce enough food and so on, and yeah, and the yeah, and good production going. So let's just start with the forest, of course, and it can't sit there. All right, we can start slowly, and then I'll add these some houses. Oh, we need a clay pit first. Okay, let's do like this. So actually one of the big reasons, one of the big issues I see when I get to the end game is a lot of the villages have a long way to travel for the various productions. So I found that building, having production and trading and so on in the center, and then your houses around that. So so I'm gonna try to do that. These more irregular pieces of land, opposed to this one is kind of square. This I use for farm. Yeah. So if you have all the production in the center, the walking distance and consequently the amount of work your worker's gonna do is will be higher. So if we say our production is gonna be here, I'm gonna try to build houses here. There's gonna be a farm here and fields. So houses along this way. I think let me think. The first tent that's gonna go is this one. Yeah, I think, and then it goes around like this. So it's actually not very optimized here, but oh well. Oh yeah, and another thing, I found that I usually start when I get to later in the game and we get bridges to go to the various places. I've already maxed out the grounds with fields and buildings and so on. So so the bridges, just say I put one down here. It takes up a lot of. You should do like this, and I just pause. So you see, it takes up a lot of land. I couldn't move it closer to the water, and that just takes up a lot of space. So when you get to a point where you want to build a bridge to somewhere, you're already placed a building there or something like that. So that's not very good. So I actually tend to put in my bridges before I get very far in the gameplay. Yeah, this is not gonna be there, but let's see. Alright, so I want a bridge so we can get to the lime. This is the unlimited limestone, and there's 2 deposits here as well. So I want a bridge over there. Maybe even here, like so. It's quite short. Oh yeah, okay. This is very steep terrain and this is lower terrain, so actually good idea to put it here. Just like that. It's gonna pause this one, and I want a bridge over here and over here, because at some point when you get the stone collectors going, if they want to go grab the stones, they have to travel all the way around. That's a long way. So once again, let's just do bridges, and also trading boats don't have any problems going past bridges. So it's not the only issue I have seen is when you do the smeltery, that's gonna block the way, so the boats can't go past. Also your fishing boats. So let's just do a bridge here. So we have the town. Let's see. Oh, it's inaccessible, of course. Okay, we're gonna wait to do this. If I can't access this, of course, since I don't have a bridge over here yet. If I start here, when the builders gets going, they're gonna walk all the way around to supply materials and buildings and so on, even though I have already finished the bridge over here, because I have started here. So yeah, point. So let's just this narrow place, let's do it here. It's quite steep here, like so. Alright, and then we're gonna have one bridge over here as well, perhaps. Yeah, let's see, it's gonna come. And I also want a bridge over here, and let's see, terrain wise doesn't matter over here, but here I think this is good. Gonna pause this as well. So farms, gonna be a bit of housing down this way, a farm here and coming along. We're gonna use this land as well to for farms, so we just want people going over there very easy. Yeah, let's just put it in here. Something like that. Pause this one. I actually don't know when you pass a building if these three trees are gonna be prioritized. I'm not sure. Yeah, let's see. Doesn't matter really. The only issue I see is that I have a longer way to go than just taking the immediate trees around him. Yeah, but houses, let's do it. So we're gonna have a farm over here. So farms or fields, all this is gonna be fields. See if we can have something fairly straight. Like this. Gonna pause this one and then have the houses. So this is gonna be there. All right. So let's do like this. Oh, there's occupied. For fuck's sakes. Let's just do it like this. So I'm trying to get the if you hold Alt, it's not gonna snap to the corners. So I'm trying to get the same sizes for all the houses. See, now I'm not holding Alt and it snaps to the corners, which is very nice. But I want to get the approximately the same size. So just try to place it and release Alt and see the fence is hardly moving, so this is good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 6, so 3 more. Let's do one here. So a bit up and left. Too much. Alright. So it's gonna be one there as well, and then fine. So that's 9 houses. Almost. We have 8, but we want one more in here. Oh, I forgot. People has to have somewhere to go between the houses, of course. So I usually do 4. I found that to be reasonable. It's yeah, it's not set in stone or anything like that, but I think it makes good sense. So you just want room for people to pass. No, on both sides. There's gonna be that bridge there. Yeah, perhaps this is alright. I think. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So actually, you know what? Let's do like this. Because I think the first 10 that's gonna go is this one, so it's gonna go around counterclockwise. So this vacant spot we wanted for the last house is gonna be the last tent. It's gonna be removed, so it's not it's not gonna work. So move all these. I think that's all of them. Yeah. All right. So instead of that, let's have do like this. I mean, is there still room here? Yeah. So something like this. So 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna add this last one, and then I have room for to walk. Of course, we don't have enough room here for a house, anyways. But yeah. So here I'm gonna add this space between. I had a playthrough a few days ago where I started building all the houses down here in a row, and I added a walkway down the middle. So I had 2 rows of houses facing each the other way, and thinking that the middle path is going to be used a lot for transport, but then literally never used it. So it's just yeah. Okay, so right now we have another thing I've seen people trying to figure out the unemployment rate and so on by going in here and seeing unemployment and looking for jobs, blah blah blah. You can get all your information, which is very nice. Up here you can see how many you're looking for jobs, what your migration status is, what's needed before new families gonna join your city, your village, and also the money tab you hold there. You can see all your available resources. It's very nice, very easy access to information. You don't have to go into 1,000 menus. That's one of the big strengths about this game. I'm aware it's not complete or that comprehensive yet, but all your information is very available. So that's it's just very nice. So now I'm just gonna have 2 people here. I want all my as much as possible building. There's 3 looking for a job. So we can have 1 more here, and we want a thatchery, of course. I almost forgot that. I did forget that. That's next page. So we're gonna have houses here. You can go get from there. So let's just have this. Oh, and I want houses on the other side here as well. So we just put this in here temporarily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then the thatchery on the other side, like so. Yep. Oh. All right. Yeah. And now we can pretty much just let it run the game. I don't think we need to have slow speed on. As thatchery is gonna go. No, I think we got enough thatch. 4,000, and each house is gonna take. Yeah, we can make 10 houses, no problem. So thatchery. Village house. What the fuck did I put this? Oh, of course, idiot me. Alright. So this is gonna pause for now. So we want an overlay like this. So, yeah. Let's just go. Fast speed. So 4. 5. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. So that's 8 and 1 number 9 down here. Maybe we should angle it so we get the house the other way. Yeah, let's do that. Nope. Nope. That's not. Yeah, it looks alright. So, just need to let it run and let them build the houses. Yeah. Oh, and we can also we want charcoal going pretty fast because all the ladies, there's 7 ladies looking for a job, and ladies can go and fill up the charcoal thingy. Yeah. So let's get this going. So we have, and of course next to the forestry for easy access of firewood. Oh, I forgot to hold down the shift. Like this. Alright. So now the ladies have jobs. They can go and fill. And we want firewood, wood, logs, yes. Keep going. And all the houses that gets built before June is gonna grow a garden right away. And let's hope we get some of the houses to have honey, because that's right now the only way to produce honey yourself. Yeah, I don't think the forestry is gonna get these 4 trees before I let this run again. I don't think so. It doesn't matter. And to get this initial camp cleared, we need a what's it called? Education, government. We need a town hall, and we need a warehouse and a cart parking. And of course the well is gonna have some wells over here as well. No pun intended. And I like to have 1 well for each 8 houses. Oh, there's not gonna be enough room. Put that up there. And 1 more. So 1. I'm gonna put 1 here as well. And then I think this 1, 2 should be enough. Put in the houses on the other side. make sure to leave enough room for the people to be able to go past. So of course 4 houses I have, and then a pathway, but these houses without a garden is not gonna require a pathway. Same, so we can actually have more houses there. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that. So we'll wait until these tents are gone before making the next row. So after all the houses up, we need thatchery. We might as well build the other well, and then as soon as we have thatchery, we can start to make the other houses and the farm. The farm is not priority right now. We need the fields is not gonna be planted before March anyway, so we're just gonna do that sometimes during the winter. So right now it's just houses, and of course the warehouse and so on. So forestry, we're gonna have a smith over here to make the nails, and we have, let's see, we have 1,000 iron. And I found that for having 400 population, 2 smith with 3 working all time is enough for being able to make all the nails and metal parts for the carts and the wagons, and horseshoes, of course, for when we get horses. So let's just put this here. Looks alright. We need that in there. What we're doing here. Yes. Yeah, they're grabbing other trees, and these 4 trees is not gonna be taken. Oh, and wells, if we just do not for production and not for production. Alright. So we're gonna have the smith, and we need a warehouse strategically placed. I'm not gonna. I've seen a lot of people use a warehouse for firewood and for charcoal. 1 charcoal here is has 8,500. That's a lot of charcoal, and a warehouse only 10,000. So you're gonna fill it up pretty fast. Also firewood, 10,000 in here. That's and they make firewood very fast. So I'm not gonna use it for that. The only thing I'm gonna use the warehouse for from start is for nails, a bit of thatch. Thatch is I've often taken it out because producing thatch is fast, and you only need it for this type of house and the farm. The farm's gonna need a lot of thatch. Of course, there's a few other buildings, but mainly it's for these type of houses. At some point, I'm gonna take it out of the warehouse because I don't need the extra surplus for it. So for now, let's just build a warehouse close to here. So I'm gonna have another smith next door here, carpentry. So let's put the warehouse in here. Let's turn it around like this. I think this looks alright. I don't want that. I wanna empty this. Get this emptied. Yeah, let's do like that. Alright, and we want a granary and markets, so people can start filling up with food as soon as the farm is online, and the markets, so people can buy products, and the markets are also required for having new people moving in. So, but before that, we need cart parking. And I try to keep the cart parking close to the charcoal, and the firewood is gonna be a lot of moving back and forth, and of course the trading station, trading post is very handy to have a cart very close by. You can make this. I'll show you. Cart shed. There's gonna be workers in here. That's only gonna be doing the carting, but I tend not to use it. I have the labor thing going on for most of the production sites and so on, and I found it's not necessary. It's a big building, requires a lot of resources, and have workers staffed in there, and it's just not. I don't see the big benefit of it. I like to have a wagon shed for the horses, because once you're gonna start building the row house and so on, you're gonna need a lot of materials. Also for the bridge and so on, you're gonna need a lot of materials, and moving a lot of more materials with the horse and wagon is a lot more efficient. So I'm using the wagon shed, but for carts, just the cart parking, and just let the carpenter make carts for it. So let's think here. So this one is the last one to go. All right. So we're gonna have the carpenter. Boom. In here. Something like that. There's room to move past, and the cart shed, fits nicely here. Alright, so if we make it along this line, we have space in between. Yeah, that's fine. This is good. Oh, on this one we can, is there water enough in here? Yeah, it's almost full. Yes, fine. We can remove this one. Oh, and another thing I've seen, people not using all the villagers gonna need resting all the time. If you follow your workers, you can see. Let's just take this guy taking a rest. They're gonna take a rest constantly, working, buying food, taking a rest, working, buying food, taking a rest, blah blah blah. So I found that placing benches close to all my production is very beneficial. So it reduces the walk time. And walk time is a big thing in this game. It really is. Don't underestimate it. So I'm basically gonna have benches for everywhere. For one for every production. I think it seems to me that's alright. There's no need to go overboard, even though I think some people will think this is going overboard, but hey. Where are we gonna place this? Oh, it's gonna look stupid. Here? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so we have the last house, and then the thatchery. We have 640 left. Do we have all the resources? Yes, alright. Thatchery, smith, warehouse, wagon shed. As soon as wagon shed warehouse is up, we can dismantle the last pieces of stuff here. Yeah, remove that as well. Then we can have, let's see if we can get some more people in here. Carpentry. We need that for repairing the wagons. Oh, and farm. Yeah, I think this is gonna be alright. Of course, we need the. That's what's the last house. So now we want the thatchery going. So we have enough thatch for the farm. People is not gonna move in before we have markets. Even though there's nothing to sell there, and we need so we need the granary. I found that 400 people, with the amount of resources you're producing on all your fields and so on, 2 granaries is enough, and it's actually built in such a way that it's very easy to fit all your market stalls around it. So it's very convenient, very nice. So if you just place it here, so I'm gonna have one here and one opposite, like this. Pause one of them, and then have the market stalls. Oh yeah, I can't. Like so. So now we have markets up, nothing to sell, but whatever. Then have these here. Oh no, oh, that was too fast. We're gonna drag these in here, like so. And we want nails and iron and a bit of thatch going in here. So iron, nails and thatch. So the smith, when he starts get going, we might as well start now. Take one out here. So smith, he's gonna start to produce nails. Once he has 1,000 nails, he's gonna move on to metal parts, and then horseshoe if you activate this. So when you put 1,000, I want to have nails in here. 1,000. I'm gonna wait because I want the metal parts to also come in. If I put 1,000 nails here, the laborer is gonna come and get the nails from here and put it in the store warehouse, and then he's gonna continue to produce nails until he has 1,000 nails here. So you're actually gonna get 2,000. And if I do that, it's gonna be a long time before I get metal parts enough for the carpenter. Of course, I could just do this like 0, but we also need the nails, and we only have 128 left. So I'm just gonna let him do the 1,000 nails and then metal parts, and then the carpenter is gonna get metal parts for the carts. He's gonna make one more cart, and the other one is being relocated, but they also need metal parts for repairing those. So yeah. So this one can go down soon, and we also need the town hall, so we can get rid of this government town hall. So we want the houses here. Let's think. One carpenter is enough. It's gonna be market stalls. Another smith. Gonna move this clay pit. Put a smith in. So yeah, I think the town hall is gonna fit just right over here. Perhaps like this. There's still room to move around. Yeah, and I'm gonna have a few more market stalls around, but 4 is plenty for now. There's no need to have more than this. And so far, no honey. But yeah, whatever. Carpentry is almost done. You have 2 here. Firebase going. Carpentry, smith, 1 guy, sure. Let's take 1 off and then put 1 more in here. And they're gonna move that out. Yeah, and also this laborer and worker thing. As soon as we get the town hall, we're gonna get a manager in, and seasonal hiring and so on. And that's it's gonna open up a lot of possibilities. So let's get all the women going here. No men for this job. Everywhere I can turn off men, I turn off the men. Because I want the men to work in the jobs where only men can work. Laborers, I have men. Always. Oh, and resource supply for this, workers by hand and cart, and laborers by hand and cart. Wagon, you don't really, you can turn it on once you get the wagons going. You can decide on how full the wagon's gonna be before they load resources in. So yeah, sure, you can get it there, but you don't need that many resources, and the resources they need is very close by. So, but I'm just gonna check it because of at some point, if they need it, they can use it. Yeah, and I'm not gonna use the carter, so yeah, no point in doing like this. It can hold 6,000 resources. Right now it has 5,000. It's gonna get 1,000 nails, and then it's actually full, so he can't produce anymore. So you want to bump that down just a bit, so he can. There's room to make metal parts, and also horseshoes when you get to that. So if you just bump this down to 4,000, and it's plenty. Alright, and the warehouse, we're gonna get the iron in. Let's just have 2,000. As soon as you start trading, we're gonna get that in. And for now, 5,000 thatch is more than enough. For instance, the farm is gonna use 3,100. So it's natural. If you have 5,000 here, you have enough going for you. So and we're gonna remove it at some point. So yeah, but let's get started. So we have town hall, we have the granaries, cart parking, carpenters be done. Yeah, there we go. And again, laborers by hand, cart, and wagon. He can hold 8,000 resources. He's not gonna produce anything other than what he wants, other than the carts, and they're not gonna be stored here. So what I want him to do is I use this guy as a storehouse for metal parts. So I actually put in 500 here, so he's always gonna have enough metal parts, and then the rest is really gonna be wood. So at 7,500. If you max it out, there's gonna be this little pop-up always above his building, saying that his storage is full. So I'm actually gonna do just under. So instead of 7,500, you just couldn't put in 7,000 here. So 7,500 instead of 8,000, and I don't have to look at that pop up all the time. And this cart parking I can remove. This laborers, hire men and women, sure. The bench can go, the fireplace can go, and this bench can go. And we want the town hall It's November. The houses. There's no point in building them now. Nobody's gonna move in anyways. Yeah, I think this is alright. We have 2 guys doing nails. Oh, that's good. Also doing metal parts right away, that's good. He's gonna get some metal parts. Oh, we just take 1 worker off the building. So we get 1 here. See, he only has 5. Boom, he can make the next card. And then he has enough to repair. And then as soon as we get the seasonal hiring, we're gonna go do's and don'ts and how it works. Oh, and another thing, this info overlay, I always like to have the workers on. You can see where they go. If you have this local market thing, you can see the resources they have. Firewood, because the village is gonna go and buy firewood directly from the carpentry when it's not available elsewhere. Yeah, but I don't like having this on. I see it's useful if you take in the resources from the people having gardens and so on, but yeah, I don't like it. It clutters up the screen. But this one, workers, that's very nice to have. So you can see where the workers are all the time. So see, is this empty? Soon gonna be empty. Yeah, soon this one, as one is being emptied, then you can see all the workers popping up, all the lines, these lines here. It's gonna go everywhere because people's gonna go and fill it up. And and another thing, we want trading post, very important. That's one of the things that needs a lot of optimization in my opinion, game wise, because I can show you, let me show you here. Let's save this. Let's just call the YouTube save. I'll show you another game I have. Where is it? This one, I think. Yeah, what's I think it's kind of broken. This is the same map we just played on. I think it's kind of broken with the trading. I have so much money. It's insane, and the thing I sell is lime. So I have unlimited lime. So lime is selling a lot. And the charcoal business is insane. You can get so much money, it's crazy. Oh, and another thing I can show here is when workers are going, you can see all your workers gonna go to pick up the farms. All the labor is gonna come in here, so you can see all the lines going. That's just I think it's nice. Yeah. So what I wanted to show here is just that money-wise, money's not up. As soon as you have the trading post up and you have charcoal going 4 pits, then you're basically set. You're not gonna worry about money anymore. As soon as we get the town hall up and running, we're gonna go into the finance and change some things in there. So you're gonna, basically not have any problems money-wise. I don't see it being a problem at all. So let's go back. Yeah, they want us to build the farm. December, so we have 3 months to build the farm and set that up. No problem. Let's get the town hall going, and then of course the trading post. Trading post doesn't really matter where you place it. the trade is gonna come in over here. So the further away from here you place it, the more time your laborers and workers have to stock the trading post with the things you sell. And especially being with the charcoal, sometimes you can sell like 15, 20, 30,000 charcoal. That's gonna take some time to fill up the trading post with that amount. So having it a bit far away can be an advantage, but it's it's negligible. It's not that big a thing. Anyways, let's get ours in. The one thing I like is it being close to my workers, so I'm gonna have a row of houses here and another row of houses on top of that. So let's see, we have town hall, granaries over here. We're gonna have another smith going here. So maybe this is a good place, I think, next to a town hall. Why not? And we're gonna also remember the see, there's enough room. Yeah, I think this is all right. Yeah, let's do like this. And the granite, that's the that's the first granite. Let's do that. Yeah, so now the farm and town hall. Okay, so pause for a bit. We're gonna need a counselor. Let's see if someone is gonna fill it. Yep. Okay. Make this empty. Town hall. We still have open vacancies. So when you go into here, there was another guy doing a series, and he played around with the laborers, how much wage they're gonna get, and this is way too high. There's no problem with having this high if everything else matches and so on, but the problem with having it like this is that your economy is gonna fluctuate a lot more. And what he found, this guy, I can't remember, sorry, that 0.6, when you get to that, they're still gonna take the job. And like we have it like this, your workforce is not going to be affected, and all your work is going to get done, and labor stuff is going to get done, and you're not going to have big fluctuations or issues with money. So that's very good. And also just put the rent way down for village house and take it for 0.10 and 0.05 for the apartment once we get to that. Land tax, fine. Now let's do one down. Wealth tax. Once you get the Barbary going and the tavern, you're gonna have people with enough wealth. So just put that up a bit. They're gonna get extremely rich. That's actually quite fun to see the population. Once you get to that point, you have this tavern and the Barbary shop. They're just hauling in so much money. It's insane. They're gonna get very rich very fast. So yeah, let's just do like this. Market products. So how much are the village gonna pay for the products on the market? And just put this way down again to match. They're not gonna get much income. So if they have too expensive products, then they're not going to be happy. They're going to be out of money all the time. So you either have to raise your basic income or reduce the market price. And if you just have it like this, it seems to be alright. The further you get along, once you hit 200 and 150 and so on, 0.60 in basic wage is not going to cut it. So you have to bump that up a bit. Yeah, and purchase from citizens, that's just what they have in their gardens. I'm not gonna buy from them in the gardens, so I won't. I'm not gonna touch this. It's gonna be a local purchase. It's gonna be zero, always. At least in my the way I play the game. And again, one of the beauties about this game is you can really play any way you like, any pace. Optimized, non-optimized, and so on, and it all works. If you have a decent flow in work and so on, it doesn't matter if you have the slow speed and not optimized walking path and so on. It doesn't really matter. It's just it's a very nice game in that sense. And also about, as I said before at the start, there's no tech tree. You have everything available right away. That's so nice. So you can. The way you're gonna grow your village is what you think you need, and what you would like to try, and so on, and set up these production chains. And if you guys go in and look at the roadmap, you're gonna see that there's gonna be a lot more complex production chains. And so that's gonna be exciting to try out and see how that works. Yeah, but for now, let's just get this going. See. So seasonal hiring, yes, please. And we have no vacancies. Nobody's gonna move in. We don't have enough food for sale. It's not gonna be before we get the trading post up. We're gonna buy some food, and then of course the farm. But the farm produce is not gonna come before harvest in August. So yeah, for now this is gonna be it. Firewood we're also gonna sell in the stalls here, even though we have forestry here. But for now, they just go and buy it here. If I set it up here, I need a worker here, and I don't wanna waste a worker for that on that right now. So and the forestry, as soon as these trees is gone, as soon as a certain perimeter is gone, I'm gonna move the forestry away, and also get the charcoal moving along away as well. And I want to get this built so we can get to the trees over here. I'm gonna have 2 forestries over here, and somebody to go and collect stone, because soon enough we're gonna get the boats going, fishing boats and so on, and the salt works going. For the salt works we need ox. And oxes is gonna, so we need a cow shed and so on. So there's a lot of production lines coming up. But let's see how. I don't even know how long I've been recording now. It doesn't really matter, I think. But I need a break. I'm a smoker, so I need a cigarette soon. But I think this is. Yeah, I think we're gonna take a small break. I think we have things going, guys working. As soon as the farm is up and running, we're gonna make the fields, and then I'm gonna set up the seasonal stuff for all my buildings here. Yeah, got the trading post. And the farm, sure. All right. So I just need the thatch. 4 girls going. That's nice. Thatch is pretty hard, pretty easy. It doesn't take long for it to dry to turn into thatch. So it's not a problem. Yeah. All right. We're gonna stop here for a moment, and I'll be back soon. See ya.